Hi, I'm Joe Mendak with Next Level Realty. Today I'm here at Ahrre Maros from Ahrre's Coffee Roastery. Is that how you say that right? So we're here to interview and talk to you a little bit about it, but we have our social distance. We're going to take our mask off. We have our space, and
there we go.
This way people can hear what we're saying. So
yeah,
it's
exactly.
Great. Well, thanks for having us today. You know, interested to learn more about the shop, your background, and all that. So how do you get into coffee? I mean, did you grow up, you know, loving coffee, or did you just kind of fall into this? How do you get into the business?
Yeah, you know, I actually didn't like coffee growing up, and I kind of had to have coffee to study for an exam when I was about 20.
Yeah.
I pulled an all-nighter, and and I hated coffee, but somebody said, "Look, just drink it down quick, and you'll be fine." And you know, so that's what I was doing, and it was just Folgers, you know. Just to get away with it. But I moved up to the Bay Area. I went to college out in California, and I moved up to the Bay Area, and I was living in Berkeley, and everybody was talking about this place called Pete's Coffee. You know, there was one little shop and a couple more in San Francisco, but it had a really good, solid reputation. And you know, somebody made me a cup of that, and I tried that, and you know what? It wasn't so bad. And then before long, it was really pretty good. And then I'm like, dude, I need to get this out in New Jersey. You know, get my friends to try it. And that's what happened. I started coming home I would come home for Christmas.
Sure.
And I would bring 4 or 5 pounds of coffee with me from Pete's to get me through the holidays. And I started turning my friends onto it, and they started calling me Coffee Boy. So it just, by the time I was 28, I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I have no clue. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm like, I know. I'm going to move back to New Jersey and open up a coffee shop.
That's fantastic.
And that's how it all happened. And I opened my first one 2 years later in Cranford. And we just had our 30-year anniversary.
Wow.
February 10th, 1990 was the opening date. And so this past February in 2020, before all hell broke loose, you know, we celebrated our 30-year anniversary.
That's amazing. That young to know what you want to do. I don't remember when I started drinking coffee. I used to drink Mountain Dew in college. That kept me up, you know. And now I tell my kids, stay away from that. You're not allowed to have Mountain Dew, because that was like, you know, a rush. But yeah, I probably started drinking coffee when I was like working when I was 22, 23. Just started working, and I'm like, all right, I took on coffee. But having coffee like this, coming into a shop like this versus just going to get a Dunkin' Donuts, is a whole different ball. I mean, just walking in here, like you talked about, is amazing. The smells and the roast and everything in here. So, I mean, I'm looking at your board. You're getting coffees from all over the world, which is amazing. So how do you find the coffees? Do you go there, or do you have connections there? How do you find the different roasts?
No. I found the local distributors, the local importers. You know, I mean, the importers that have you know local offices, you know, I kind of settled with one particular one, Paragon Coffee, and they import from all over the world. And way early, way back, you know, in 1990, I decided that these were the most common coffees, the most popular coffees from around the world. So I carry them. I think I have 10 different coffees. I mean, coffees from 10 different countries.
That's great. And
then decafs of 5 of those countries. I blend the coffees, so then that adds a few more choices. And then we have 12 flavors available in regular and decaf. So all in all, if you look around, we've got 60 jars of coffee.
It's amazing. You got Tanzania, Ethiopia, Kenya. So when you say you blend them, you'll take this Sumatra and blend it with the Ethiopian and kind of mix it? Is that
not like that? But I have an Indonesian blend, for example. So I blend the 2 Indonesian coffees, the Java Estate and the Sumatra Mandailing. And that's the Indonesian coffee. And then same with the African blend, and I've got a Latin American blend.
That's fantastic.
And you know, and when you blend coffees together, you kind of emphasize what they have in common, but de-emphasize all the other subtle qualities that they might have. You know, and you come up with an entirely different flavor profile. So
what do you say to people that go to, my wife loves Dunkin' Donuts, I shouldn't say it on camera, but people that have Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, those type of places, like, the difference is you have these beautiful roasts from just all over the world, and you're not going to get coffee like that, you know. With the,
well, you certainly won't get that.
I don't smell this when I go into, you know, Starbucks. Like, it smells like coffee, but not like, you know, this aroma.
Right. Well, you know, to be fair, we all roast, you know, top of the line coffee, but Dunkin', you know, focuses on a particular coffee that they blend. They only have the one coffee that they do. And not to disparage them, you know, but they roast it much lighter than I do, and they brew it much weaker than I do. Okay, Starbucks, on the other hand, roasts it a little darker than I do, and brews it as rich, at least as rich as I do.
Yeah.
So, you know, but there are differences, you know, in the flavor profiles, depending on how long you roast it, how little you roast it.
Yeah.
You know, an under-roasted coffee will have sweet and sour flavors, whereas a well-roasted coffee will have more savory, hearty, you know, sharper flavors.
Oh, very interesting.
And that's what I prefer. So I'm pretty much close to or in line with the way Starbucks roasts.
Sure.
Maybe not quite as dark.
Yeah.
You know.
And
but I have a lot more variety.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. And how many cups of coffee do you have a day?
Just the one.
Just one. One a day, really.
I learned my lesson, because when I first opened my Cranford shop, I would just all day long just help myself to a cup of coffee, and after 3 months, I was just like not a pleasant person.
Yeah. I have my 2 cups in the morning, and that's it. Maybe one in the afternoon after I have a little nap or so. But so now my daughter's drinking coffee. She's 13. She's starting to drink coffee. Is that too young? As they say, it's not good. I mean, I don't know. What
I'm not a doctor.
I
can't answer that, but I am in
yes,
retail, so I say
so yes. Whatever.
Bring her here.
Whatever age you want. Great. So 2 locations. Do you have any other locations?
Yeah, I have another one in Summit.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, Summit's my hometown.
To go a little more, or any other plans?
No, you know,
3's enough.
I've expanded to 3 each time, and then back down to 1. Now, you know, I was up at 3 2 years ago. Now I'm back down to 2, and
it keeps you busy enough.
Yeah,
30 years
I think I'm ready to kind of like stop the expansion.
Yeah,
stop the madness.
Yeah, it's nice when you're young and you want to shoot for the stars, but now it's like, all right.
I was hoping to get to 10 stores, sell the whole thing, you know, for millions and millions of dollars, but it just never happened.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I hear nothing but good things about your shop in town, and thank you with the Roastery. You helped us with the pancake breakfast as always. I know we came here and picked up coffee. Bill Bonzel set that up, so thank you for donating that and helping the community. And you know, if you're looking for a great cup of coffee and something a little different, you got a lot to choose from right here. So again, Ahrre, thank you so much. Ahrre's Coffee Roastery. I'm Joe Mindak with Next Level Realty. Thanks for having us today. It's been good to learn a little bit about what's going on.
So, thank you. Thank you for visiting.